Hello, this is Lezozo, your favorite friend, your favorite inspirer. Today, I would like to talk to you about how to multiply. Now, this is a corollary from the first submission I did on leverage. If we could recap, I said leverage is a seed which you would use to produce fruits, and leverage is the fulcrum between effort and load. I said leverage is the wealth you use to create more wealth. Leverage is something you use to get other things. Leverage is the foundation on which you build your skyscraper. It's the foundation on which you build your dreams. And now, today I'm going to talk about how to multiply what you have. Now, the first idea, if you want to multiply, is to think of the world as becoming. The world is not completely done. The world is not in its end state. The world is becoming. When we say the world is becoming, it's in continuous growth. And when you have that kind of mind, you will not assume that anything inside this world is perfect. It's absolute. Everything inside what is not absolute is not absolute. The world is becoming, so humans who are also in it, all the living things that are in it are also becoming. We are never complete. We've never reached the point of perfection, which means that this provides opportunities for everyone to become who or whatever he wants to be. Nothing impedes you, nothing blocks your flow, as long as you have this kind of mentality that the world is becoming. Now, the second point is for you to assess your gifts and weaknesses. We all come into this world with our own gifts, our special talents, our special skills, which are inborn, innate, and we also have naturally weaknesses, which some might sprout from our gifts that we might have misused or we misuse. Now, when you assess your gifts and weaknesses, what it does is to provide you that boost in your ego, the boost in your system, the boost in your confidence, and you develop the power of I can do. And this is very important. From this level, you go to the third point, and which will be you develop your creative self. Knowing your gifts, knowing your weaknesses, knowing that the world is becoming, you develop this creative mindset, which means that at all times, when you're faced with opportunities or you're faced with problems, even, you tend to believe you're a creative person, so it is up to you to find solutions to them. And this creative mindset helps you to attain more things. So you easily multiply. Now let's go to the fourth point. Being a creative person doesn't necessarily mean that you create anything you want on your own. If we take this to the Christian background, you'll be said when God wanted to create it, He spoke with others. He communicated with others. He cooperated with others to create a world. In most religions, if you think about the beginning of this world, the creation of the world, you have this concept that God didn't do it alone. Now, it's the same thing with every creative person. Yes, you can be creative. You know your weaknesses, you know your strength, but do not believe that you can do great things alone. You cannot do great things. The things that you can do alone are normally basics, and most people will be doing it, and that wouldn't provide you so much. So, when you want to be creative and want to create more things, you should see yourself as a partner. Never develop the mindset of a competitor. You see others doing it, and as you're entering into it, you want to compete with them. No. Or as you start, you see others also trying to do the same thing. Do not fight it. Do not compete. Think of cooperating. That's very important if you want to multiply. Now, linked to this is the fifth point, which says that you have to learn from others. What are they doing that you want to do? What are they doing that is making them better off than you, or it makes them look that they're advancing and you're not advancing. We are in a world where your environment might block your view naturally, and there are others who are in environments that allow them to advance. So you see the person advance, and then you ask yourself, what is the person doing that you can also do to make you multiply? Now, as you've seen this, the next thing is to learn. You have to learn from them. You have to do what they are doing. You have to actually put into action the concept that you've seen others doing. You've seen it, yeah. You've observed it, yeah. However, it becomes yours if you practice them. And when you practice them, you've practiced what others are doing to advance, you also advance naturally. It's a system that works, and it has worked for many others, and it's going to work for you if you put your mind to it. Finally, yes, you go through the world is becoming, you become creative, you develop your confidence from knowing your gifts and weaknesses, you don't compete, you learn from others who are doing it. Yes, the one thing that puts you in a peculiar, distinguished state is when now you put your personality to it. Your personality is what makes your unique product, your unique brand, and this is what is going to multiply whatever you have more. What do I mean? You are an aggressive person. Naturally, people tend to think that you're aggressive, and people might like you for that. You're a humble person. People might like you for that. Others might not like you for that. However, when you blend your creativity and the product that you're producing with the kind of personality you have, you produce this distinct brand which will be remembered far easier than when you try imitating and taking on the character of others who are already in the field or who are already in the domain. I believe you understand what I'm saying. If you're not, I'm not trying to say imitating. Imitation is not cooperation. Imitation is you believe in somebody is way better than you and you're trying to be like the person. No, it is not also competition. You're trying to outdo somebody. What I keep repeating is to cooperate. Cooperation is very important for anybody who wants to multiply. Cooperate. It means that you believe you have something which is worth something. It's a wealth that you bring on board and others might need it. This mindset helps you to multiply. So, in conclusion, these are my beliefs and I've used them. I've seen others using them and I've seen it work for them. Creative mindset, multiplication effect. This ability to multiply goes with all the points I've given you, so consider them very carefully. I said the first thing is what? Think of the world as becoming. Second, assess your gifts and weaknesses, which helps you develop confidence. Then you develop a creative mindset. Then also you think of being a partner rather than a competitor. Then you learn from others who are doing what you want to do, and you actually do what they are doing. Then finally, you add your personality to it. So see you next time.